More than $137 million in annual recurring revenue in just 7 years. Over 100,000 users worldwide, all this without getting a dollar in external funding. You've probably heard of famous Russell Brunson and ClickFunnels, one of the fastest growing software companies in the world. ClickFunnels attracted millions of supported fans over the past years thanks to their creative marketing strategy. But also, lots of haters who think that they are way too pushy. What brilliant techniques did the company use to generate hundreds of millions of dollars in sales? What did ClickFunnels do that make people think they are a scam? Why do millions of people worldwide become so crazy about a SaaS company? Stay with me until the end of the video to get ClickFunnels' best marketing moves and find out if they are legitimate or not.
Ok, il y a l'abordage.
Allez, on est parti. Microphone. 1, 2, 1, 2. ClickFunnels was actually launched in 2015 by Russell Brunson and Todd Dickerson, two American entrepreneurs. Since they both ran funnels their whole life, they decided to launch a business to teach people what they knew best and hence make money out of it. Funnel describes your customer's journey with you, from the initial stages when someone learns about your business to the purchasing stage. Funnels map routes to conversion and beyond. Back in 2015, Russell was working on DotCom Secrets, his coaching business that generated hundreds of thousands of dollars at the time. The idea of ClickFunnels came as a solution for all frustrations that Russell and Todd had while building their funnels over the years. In just 1 week, they had a map of the software, and within the next 6 weeks, the beta version of ClickFunnels was ready to use. Cash from the revenue generated by DotCom Secrets was the initial funding source. We all think that because of their exponential growth, ClickFunnels was an overnight success, but it wasn't. When ClickFunnels was launched, a few beta users started to use the tool within a few days, but their growth rate wasn't as good as expected. 2 weeks after the official launch, they saw the drag and drop feature online and decided to add it to the software to make it easier to use. That's how Jones, the third co-founder, joined the team, being in charge of the UI. So the product improved quickly, and the number of beta users started to increase thanks to a strategic marketing move that Russell made. In short, during his previous work in online marketing, Russell built a list of 1 million subscribers, and of course, he used the power of his list of people who already trusted him to get the first users for ClickFunnels. Having a community of people that support you allows you to get very quickly a lot of beta testers, no matter what you build, simply because people trust you. And that's something Russell knew as a marketing expert, so he took advantage of it. Among ClickFunnels' first users, there was a guy who asked Russell to give a presentation on how to sell through funnels at an event in San Diego. He had done hundreds of presentations before, but this time the opportunity was huge. And Russell knew that he couldn't miss the chance to make a brilliant marketing move. Instead of just selling his online courses as he used to do, this time, he could also sell a product. The advantage of the product is that people can buy a subscription that generates MRR, which is monthly recurring revenue. MRR is basically income a startup can expect to get every 30 days out of customers' subscription. As a company grows its number of subscribed customers, the MRR of the company will also grow. And for SaaS businesses that are looking to scale, MRR is a key metric of success. So by selling ClickFunnels subscriptions, Russell could generate recurring revenue, which was way more valuable than just selling online course in one shot. And that's exactly what Russell did. He went up on the stage and pitched a so-called funnel hacking that showed people how to duplicate other successful funnels, and at the end of the presentation, he sold ClickFunnels subscription. This strategical move got ClickFunnels $380,000 in revenue. So in short, Russell, the guy who started to sell through funnels since he was a teenager, does a presentation on what he knew best and succeeds to generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales. With all his experience in marketing and sales, it's clear that he knew very well what his audience wants, how a webinar sells, and the proof is that during the next 2 days, he actually generated another $250,000 in sales. By doing a webinar where he presents a framework that shows people exactly how to make funnels, but also how to use his own software. So basically, he teaches people everything he knows about funnels and tells them that the only way to get the results they dream of, which is improvement, money, business growth, is possible only by using ClickFunnels. In short, ClickFunnels is the vehicle that will take people to their wanted results. So in the end, thanks to this brilliant move, not only did it generate revenue from selling his online course, but he also succeeded to generate new customers and hence revenue from selling ClickFunnels subscription. Because of its big success, the webinar started to be advertised as the perfect webinar, and it even replaced the original ClickFunnels homepage. As you can see here, I'm just checking out what the homepage of ClickFunnels looked like back in the days, and to do so, I've used a tool called archive.org, which is a free tool that's pretty amazing and that allows you to travel back in time to watch what every single web page looked like back in a day or at a specific date. Knowing that ClickFunnels is a SaaS company, it's actually pretty unusual to see such design. There's a huge tagline, then there's a picture of Russell making big gestures as he tried to be convincing. You can also see a Facebook post of someone who is sharing his opinion on the webinar. As you can see, it's like a testimonial where the person is saying, I am in awe of how good you are at webinar pitching, which essentially was used by Russell Brunson as a really powerful social proof. On top of it, you can see that there is a big call to action that catches the eye. Without any doubt, Russell copies the website elements of a marketing guru that sells online masterclasses, which in no case made me think of a SaaS company. Because if you look at every single SaaS out there, you'll never see a company that showcases a webinar on their homepage like that. Let's take Slack or Buffer homepages, for example. We can clearly see that the design is much more product-centric and way less salesy. But what's really interesting here is that even if the perfect webinar page doesn't have anything to do with a typical SaaS homepage, they managed to increase their revenue thanks to this bold move. From the moment they put the webinar on the homepage, they started to add $70,000 in revenue per week with their online course about how to create the perfect webinar. That's solid proof of the fact that Russell knew his audience very well, and he knew that they would be the kind of people who would buy online courses. The webinar showed people how to succeed in selling through funnels, but it also gave them a step-by-step guide on how they could get the same results as Russell by simply using ClickFunnels. So not only did they start to add tens of thousands of dollars per week by selling this online course, but they also sold ClickFunnels subscription, generating more MRR that allowed him to considerably grow his business. To boost traffic on their new homepage, Russell ran campaigns to advertise the perfect webinar as the webinar meant to transfer people live as it did previously with him. So there's no big surprise that once people landed on the ClickFunnels new homepage, they paid right away to get that webinar that everyone was talking about. Why? Thanks to the storytelling around. And when it comes to storytelling, ClickFunnels is really killing it, and we'll see why in a couple of minutes. So with the perfect webinar page as the official homepage and with their ad strategy in place, they managed to get 10,000 members signed up for a monthly ClickFunnels subscription only 1 year after the launch. 2 years after the launch, the numbers were more than double. What was very important for Russell was to master the webinar and find the right flow that drives sales. So after doing the webinar over and over again hundreds of times and testing tons of new things, he finally had a perfect version of the perfect webinar that generates the most sales. That's the moment when he decided to automate the process. For example, the live webinar promoted on the homepage back in the day wasn't really a live webinar. This funnel was running continuously, generating revenue and sending traffic to ClickFunnels. What Russell did here is that he started to do and testing manually, and once he mastered everything and got the best results possible, he automated the process. Thanks to his notoriety, he then started to get invited to even bigger events with thousands of guests. In 2018, he did a presentation on ClickFunnels in front of 9,000 people, which in the end brought him $3.2 million in sales. $3.2 million in sales in only 90 minutes. The ClickFunnels team even decided to make a documentary for the occasion to share all the behind the scenes and how they prepared for the huge event. Documenting is important and it can be a very valuable marketing tool. Why? Because it brings a lot of social proof. Especially in Russell's case, he documented how he succeeded in bringing millions of people to his events and how he generated thousands of users in less than 2 hours. Overall, he documented everything so everyone knew that his business is a success. Why would he share all these secrets? Because the people from Russell's community wanted to replicate exactly his step-by-step process towards his success. What Russell achieved in his life was everything that they dreamed of. And that's something that Russell was aware of because not only did he document his steps to success, but he also launched a course on how people can achieve exactly the same results as he did. Right after the event where he generated millions of dollars, he created a course called 10x Secrets, explaining how Russell succeeded in such a performance and how people can learn his strategy to sell their product to a larger audience. Smart, right? At the end of 2018, they had reached a total of 78 million in revenue, both for ClickFunnels subscription and DotCom Secrets services, which also included his books, DotCom Secrets and Expert Secrets. Simon, can you please bring books back to the office? Thank you. Quel comédien ce Guillaume! Padam pam! So why books if they've built an online software, online courses, and online masterclasses? That's something that we'll actually discuss a bit later, but this strategy worked extremely well. Now, let's focus on how Russell became a money machine for ClickFunnels and DotCom Secrets, his side business. In short, the more visible he became, the more people he attracted, and the more revenue he generated. He was in a sort of growth circle that became bigger and bigger with every single event. Oh là là, beaucoup trop d'air quand tu parles en anglais, c'est gênant, on n'a pas ça en français, vraiment pas. It's crazy, but that comes from the fact that he documented everything, spoke about his success, and built a strong personal brand worldwide. In 2019, he had even bigger goals, so he pitched ClickFunnels in front of 35,000 people at the Miami Marlins baseball park. His goal? Generating more than $10 million in sales, which was huge. Which was huge. The performance helped ClickFunnels count 100,000 users and more than $100 million in revenue by the end of the year. Now, the company has grown to more than 137 million and hundreds of thousands of customers worldwide, without getting a single dollar in fundraising. With such an impressive growth rate, ClickFunnels has quickly become a buzz that attracted tens of thousands of supportive fans around the world. But among the fame, people started to doubt the legitimacy of the software. And here are one of the first questions people ask about ClickFunnels on Google. Is ClickFunnels a pyramid scheme? Is ClickFunnels stealing my money? Is it a scam? The reason behind this question is their creative and sometimes, let's say, pushy marketing strategies that are quite different from other SaaS companies. My team and I spent weeks studying and listening to every single podcast to detail the different acquisition channels that allowed ClickFunnels to achieve such massive growth and understand what hacks they use to become a worldwide buzz. In the coming minutes, I'll show you why ClickFunnels have so many haters and why do they cause so much disagreement. I'll also show you what their secret growth acquisition that allows them to get tens of thousands of users. So let's get all the answers together. First things first, where did ClickFunnels clients come from? An important acquisition channel that allowed ClickFunnels to consistently generate leads right from the start was through advertising. ClickFunnels runs new ads every single day since 2015. As a leader in the industry, Russell used his brand notoriety to increase engagement on ClickFunnels ads. And I'll explain why this was a strategic move. We've seen earlier that Russell already had a community of 1 million people when he started ClickFunnels, which means that he already had people who trusted him. And when people trust you, there are more chances for them to buy your product. The fact that he positioned himself as a thought leader and expert allowed him to become known for what he knows best, generating millions in revenue and building worldwide notoriety. Using his charismatic personality to increase engagement on ClickFunnels ads not only brought ClickFunnels Russell supporters as customers, but it also made people trust the software since they already trusted and loved Russell. What's interesting about their pushy ad strategy is that besides generating leads and customers, they always succeeded to keep their audience interested. The more people saw them online, the more they paid attention to their ads, the more likely they were to eventually buy the software. To catch people's attention, they focused on funny and entertaining creative like this one here. This approach gets people to learn about the brand, the software, but it also motivates them to take action to get similar results or simply be part of a worldwide community. The community that will be the success key of Russell's business, and we'll see why a little bit later. I have to say that this ad strategy and creatives are quite unusual for a SaaS company. Why? Because you usually either see things that are much more product-oriented or things that are quite cold and impersonal. Most people try to sell on the features, especially when it comes to a software. But here, Russell focused on the outcome. Moreover, this example of an ad is fun, ironic, and very easy to catch, like a commercial. A lot of people might say that his ads are bullshit or a pushy marketing strategy, that they cannot connect with it or that they don't see anything about the product in the ad. But the truth is that for Russell Brunson, the software has always been a tool that helps people achieve wealth and greatness and not a set of features to sell. That's actually the basis of sales and where people always go wrong. They focus on selling the latest features of their product or service and forget about the most important things to sell, a story of a great outcome. ClickFunnels and Russell Brunson knew that by selling a unique story, they can create something different, all traditional patterns. So they broke all traditional patterns since day one. And once you have created something different from the other SaaS companies on the market, you've built a community, and you feel that people stick to you and your product, you can leverage affiliation. And ClickFunnels, well, shit. They do have one of the best affiliate programs on the internet. In one sentence, affiliation means earning money by promoting a product or service. When someone lands on the ClickFunnels website after clicking on your affiliate link and decide to sign up, you earn money. You can see this as a win-win relationship between you and the company that you promote. On your end, you spend time promoting a product to your audience, so when they buy it, you will make money. On ClickFunnels' end, they can tap into new audiences, get more clients, and boost their revenue. This strategy has helped ClickFunnels generate millions of dollars in revenue, but also to create a very, very strong community worldwide. Why? Simply because they've helped so many people get rich through affiliation with ClickFunnels. Here's how they've implemented the strategy. First, they added a Made with ClickFunnels icon to every new funnel pushed live, automatically installed with the affiliate account of the customer. This Made with logo was also seen as a proof of credibility, and people left it on their website to boost their credibility and get their brand associated with ClickFunnels. This move brought them over 1 million per month in recurring revenue. And let's see how. Her, hate, home, health, Hebrew, oh no. If we were to type on Google ClickFunnels reviews, there are almost 800,000 results. My gut feelings tell me that the majority of links from the articles are affiliated links. So let's see. Let's take, for example, this blog article from Just Digital Marketing that has a controversial title, ClickFunnels Review 2021, Legit or Overhyped. So it's clear that it instantly attracts people's curiosity to click on it. This marketing trick is often used, especially when it comes to article that promotes or sell something. Writing a controversial title clearly attracts people's attention, so it drives more clicks. The majority of people who search for ClickFunnels on Google might have some doubts or false beliefs about the software, so seeing a controversial intro will make them click instantly. And the secret behind writing controversial title is that the more clicks they drive, the higher they will rank on SEO and the more money they will make. To make it a bit simpler, SEO is search engine optimization, and it means taking a piece of online content and optimizing it so search engines, like Google for example, show it towards the top of the page when someone searches for something. So the goal of these articles and videos is to drive clicks and reach a big number of views. But to have a big number of views, you need to be good in SEO. So we need to pick your tagline and description wisely to convince people to click on your article. Let's get back to the article, ClickFunnels Review 2021, Legit or Overhyped, and see what we can find there. So here we can see two things. The link is an affiliate one, meaning that every time someone clicks on the link, lands on ClickFunnels website and buys it, the person who wrote this article makes money. On top of it, for people who wouldn't click straight on the link, they implemented what we call an exit pop-up that promotes ClickFunnels, and hence there is a second way for that person to generate additional revenue from affiliation. Moreover, since it has 2021 in the title, I'm guessing that the article has been optimized. And that's totally understandable because the huge number of blogs and websites that promote ClickFunnels through affiliation links created high competition between who's ranking better on Google. So people started to optimize their articles and even run ads to boost their chances to earn money through affiliation, which in my opinion is quite insane if you think about it. People start spending money on ads for your products when they don't even work for you. That's the major proof that you've clearly built a great business that brings you revenue, but also that helps other people earn money. Because indeed, some people can drive tons of revenue out of this kind of article. For example, this one here gets more than 1,000 monthly views. Let's say that the conversion rate is 2%, which is the usual rate for e-commerce websites. That means that 2% of the people who see this pop-up sign up for ClickFunnels, which translates into thousands of dollars for author for this single article. Let's take a video from the results to see if the same story applies. As expected, the link in the description is an affiliated link meant to bring traffic and new customers on ClickFunnels, but also revenue for the person who created that video. We've checked hundreds of articles online and all had this ClickFunnels affiliate link, which means that no matter what article you read about them, the article is there for people to make money. And as you probably know already, it doesn't matter either if the title of the article is misleading, because their goal is to attract you so you can actually click on their affiliate link and hence start making money out of it. All these people boost ClickFunnels brand awareness and make people trust them. Because as I said at the beginning of the video, it's crucial to have people's trust. If they trust you, then they will buy from you. We've seen that on Google. There are tens of thousands of articles that talk about ClickFunnels, all with the goal of getting views and getting a better rank on Google. Because a higher position for your blog or article means that Google trusts you, plus it's a strong social proof. And that's exactly what ClickFunnels try to do with their blog article. To educate the public about funnels, to showcase success stories of people who use ClickFunnels, but also to rank high on Google. What's interesting to see is that most of the articles on ClickFunnels blog are guest posts that includes affiliate links so that they get money every time someone signs up for a free trial after clicking on the affiliate link. Including affiliate links on their own blog is quite a sneaky move, and here is why. Their blog is already a trusted source, so there are way more chances to get people to sign up directly from their article. So having people clicking on their links will actually boost their SEO and keep their high position on Google. Why? Because all people who land on their blog are redirected straight to ClickFunnels. And most people who read their articles will click on the link and land on ClickFunnels sign-up page. And since they have already read the blog articles about funnels, they are familiar with the platform and understand its value. So they will be more willing to sign up to take advantage of all the good results that they've seen in the article. And that's also because ClickFunnels blog has strong website authority and people trust it. In short, the website authority is an SEO concept that refers to the strengths of a given domain. If a domain has a good authority, that means that website rank high and inspires trust in the audience. And if a website with a strong authority shares a resource, then there are huge chances that people will trust this resource and click on the link. When it comes to ranking, there are 31,481 keywords that ClickFunnels ranks in the first position for, which is insane. Of course, they rank on branding keyword as ClickFunnels and all the version of their domain, but what's really interesting is that they rank on keywords that have nothing to do with ClickFunnels. And by the way, these keywords have actually a huge volume of searches. One example is the keyword image resizer that had 119,000 searches. They created a dedicated landing page with an image resize tool to rank on this word. So basically, for a few keywords with huge search volume, such as countdown timer or free QR code generator that has nothing to do with ClickFunnels, they created special and dedicated landing page with only one goal, so they could rank on Google. But even if these keywords don't have anything to do with ClickFunnels, they have something to do with their target audience. And that's a brilliant move. Let me explain to you why. If you build a website, you might need to resize your images to fit your website page. If you launched a website, you might be a new business owner, which means a potential customers for ClickFunnels. So once again, even if the keywords look like they don't have anything in common with ClickFunnels, it actually does make sense. All this strategy allowed them to have 12.8 million backlinks, which means that 12.8 million web pages all around the world send people to ClickFunnels, which is, as you probably imagine, simply huge. On top of getting a lot of traffic from existing blogs and thousands of people who promote the software through affiliation links to make money, they knew that they could also get lots of customers in a more traditional way. So they thought of different affiliation programs. You can think of the Tupperware model, that's actually traditional sales bringing revenue to Tupperware for commission. With the same approach in mind, they decided to do something huge that no other SaaS company had done before, organizing a dream car contest to create a huge buzz around their affiliate program and have people talk about them. And that's not it, because I'm not talking about any car, but about a Ferrari or Lamborghini that costs more than $250,000. That's 4 times the average American income per year.
I'm dying or what? I'm just dying.
Don't die!
I just can't take it anymore. So they basically sell the wealth image to people because, let's face it, driving a Lamborghini or Ferrari is for most people a sign of success. It shows that you have money, that you have a status, and that you've made it in life. And that's exactly the type of people ClickFunnels target. Everyone who dreams of being wealthy. This is really powerful because starting from that moment, for people, ClickFunnels was seen not only like the tool that helped them succeed in what they do, but also it helped them achieve their dreams. The second reason is that people could get massive recurring commission. In short, recurring commissions earn you money for every purchase one of your referrals makes and not just a commission on their first purchase alone. The strategy was simple. Let's say that you promote a service that has a monthly subscription fee like ClickFunnels. If one of your readers arrived on ClickFunnels by clicking through your affiliate link, sign up for the service, you can touch up to 40% recurring commission. Iterating these steps can quickly bring you thousands of dollars per month in your bank account. We might say at first that's quite a sneaky strategy, but in the end, it was a win-win situation. Why? It's simple. ClickFunnels used its old customers to get new ones, which allowed people to make really good money as they grew their number of customers. Thanks to this strategy, the company has totally transformed. The community exploded thanks to all the affiliates program because people saw it as a way of transforming their life. But what's even more important for the brand is that thanks to this affiliate program, they created a very strong bond with their customers. Lots of SaaS companies see their customers as people who pay for their service or product. Period. Which, in my opinion, is wrong. Building a much more personal relationship with your customers and seeing them as friends rather than simply just customers has multiple advantages. One, they identify easier with your brand, product, value. Two, they feel part of your company and they will want you to succeed, so they will take the time to provide feedback, etc. Three, communication is smoother. Four, they will speak well about you, your product, which is the best marketing strategy that you can get. Overall, the conclusion is that it's super important to build a community through a strong brand and create a sense of family for your customers. And what do families usually do? They gather together. That's exactly what Russell did with funnel hacking live events. He created a place to gather for all ClickFunnels community of people from around the world. Initially, funnel hacking events started as ClickFunnels user conference and quickly grown into something huge. The event has been called the rock concert of marketing events, which is quite an unusual award to receive for a software company, because usually software conferences are technical. People get to see how to use a tool during the event, and that's about it. But when we see conferences such as funnel hacking, it reminds us more of cult gathering. Funnel hacking events aim to do a couple of things. To bring famous motivational speakers who boost the brand and associate people with them, such as Tony Robbins, for example. By nature, we tend to associate people and brands to action they make and people they surround themselves with. For example, if you'd see me driving a Ferrari, you might say that I am rich. If you'd see me having dinner with Obama, you'd tend to say that I'm someone important. That's exactly what Russell tried to do by bringing people that are someone to his event. All the famous speakers invited for funnel hacking conferences have a few things in common. They are ultra famous, they are ultra rich, and the most important thing, they make people dream of becoming like them. By placing Tony Robbins in the same room with thousands of people who dream of becoming successful and rich, Russell succeeded to make the audience aim to create their better future. Second, the events put the customer who succeeded the most in the spotlight. They are there to show that they have a different status from the other. When you're simply an attendee, the only thing that you wish is to be like the ones you see on stage, which involuntarily creates a projection of the future and motivates you to do your best to be the big chick. I know, Rox. I don't know what's happening. Which involuntarily creates a projection of the future and motivates you to do your best to be on the stage the next year. If you want a community to work, you want people to be at different levels, like in a video game. And that's what Russell succeeded in doing during the 4-day funnel hacking event. Give people different levels based on their results on how much they achieved with ClickFunnels. But even if they are on different levels, there is something that aligns people and makes them a part of the same community. And that's the Funnel Hacker Manifesto. It's extremely rare when a brand gives a manifesto to its customers. On top of it, ClickFunnels Manifesto is available to everyone, so people can download it and have it as a screen background or even print it. The manifesto is like the rules to live by that describe exactly how the members of the community should be. Define their own destiny, create their own luck, build their own empires, change the world. All these lines are extremely powerful as they show people that they should achieve their goals in life, they make their dream and give them hope. And overall, this manifesto makes ClickFunnels more than a brand, but a way of living.
Away from having the life they've always wanted. We are funnel hackers. Here to remind you one more time that your life you want, the marriage you want, and the family that you want is going to be fueled by the businesses that you build. You're only one funnel away.
Just like at a rock concert, people singing the Funnel Hacking Manifesto together and sharing the same emotion is something very powerful that Russell Brunson and ClickFunnels succeeded to master over time. That's the kind of emotion that makes people stay. We all search for a sense of belonging, to a community, to a brand, to a particular religion, and that's what exactly Russell Brunson and ClickFunnels offer to people. A community where they could transform their businesses, change their life, offer them greatness, and make them feel special. I couldn't miss the call to action of the manifesto that is quite interesting. Do you remember when I talked about the books earlier? I'll come to that in a second because this is probably the best hack they've done in the entire company's growth. What I'd like to add here is that, contrary to what you think, funnel hacking is a huge cost spending for ClickFunnels, but the truth is that with the event, they actually make more money than what they spend. Each ticket is worth $1,000, so with 5,000 people attending in the audience, they make $5 million. More than that, during the event, they sell many ClickFunnels subscriptions and do a lot of upsells, which considerably boosts their revenue. Do you remember when I told you about a smart hack that they used in their acquisition strategy? Let's dive straight into it. So, DotCom Secrets, Russell's coaching business, was continually generating leads for ClickFunnels since 2015. Their strategy was pretty simple. They ran ads to send traffic to DotCom Secret landing pages and requested the email address in exchange for a gift or cheap product. Why is this move a strategic growth hack, you might ask? Let me explain. They would sell a book or training in a funnel where each customer cost them $20 and would generate $40. So for each customer they bring in, they actually make $20 in profit just for the book or the training. But the truth is that all the books or trainings send people directly to ClickFunnels, which in the end brings new users and income generated from the monthly subscription, MRR, which resulted in a negative customer acquisition cost for ClickFunnels. So in the end, this strategy allowed Russell to get customers for ClickFunnels for free and sell two products that are actually totally different. On top of these strategies that brought them huge revenue, they collected emails from everyone who didn't purchase a book or training or the ClickFunnels subscription. And when you have people's email, it means that you still have lots of chances to generate revenue from retargeting, upsell, and make them stick with you in the end. What's also smart is by exposing people to their products, ClickFunnels diminished churn rate as people were already trained to do something they didn't know about before. And more of that, they had access to lots of resources for creating successful funnels. Apart from having a negative customer acquisition cost out of this move, Russell used this strategy that was clearly to their advantage to promote his books all over the world and create another source of revenue. For Russell's and ClickFunnels community, these books are seen as a Bible that give people everything they need to sell their business, get customers, and become rich. So, in summary, he started his consulting business by offering online training and coaching to help people create funnels. Then, in 2015, he launched a software and in parallel a webinar on his secret framework that helps people generate huge revenue from selling through funnels. Starting from that moment, Russell gathered strong social proof of how impactful ClickFunnels is on people's lives. He built a huge worldwide community and he has been invited to the biggest scenes in the world as a global expert. With all this powerful branding behind him, Russell decided to switch from digital to something tangible. So he created his books to share the recipe for his success with everyone. Once again, Russell focuses on creating something powerful that gives people hope and makes them dream about specific wealth status. And because people wanted to have all the chances by their side of becoming rich and wealthy, so they buy Russell books to be one step closer to achieving their dreams. Another way of generating customers and worldwide visibility was through social media and branding. When it comes to social media, there are Russell Brunson social media channels where he built a community of about 1.5 million followers, and ClickFunnels channels that have a community of about 600,000 people. But the goals of the two brands are quite different. ClickFunnels social media channels aim to show the community, share the news events, and updates on the upcoming events. Overall, we see an informative communication strategy. On the other side, on his social media channels, Russell Brunson connects on a much more personal level. He positions himself as a charismatic leader who creates a vision of the future that everyone believes will be better. He shows his big family and speaks about his passions and religious beliefs. By sharing his personal life, he succeeds in connecting with his audience and making people relate to him and his image of a person who succeeded in life. Because in the end, he shows that he has a successful business, a beautiful family, and that he is super wealthy. Overall, he has the status quo that a lot of people dream of. When it comes to social media, all the action happens in the Facebook community group of 270,000 people. There's something interesting about ClickFunnels and how they focus on the community. If we were to discuss the engagement on ClickFunnels' other social media posts, I would ask myself where the fun and where are the fans? But the truth is that all the action happens in the Facebook community. The ClickFunnels Facebook group is a place where people from community showcase everything that they've achieved with ClickFunnels, how the software changed their lives and helped them to reach their dreams. Here's how I closed a 10K pay-in full client. Keep dreaming, it can come true. Just got 4 awards at Funnel Hacking Live and $10 million in revenue. Sharing all these success stories in front of 270,000 members of the community makes people feel somehow like being on stage of a funnel hacking event. They have all the recognition for their hard work, and as we discussed before, by accomplishing this great result, they are on a different level as they succeeded what others from the community dream of. What's also powerful is that these posts are fuel for the entire community and they motivate others to work hard to reach their goals, to earn good money and succeed in life by using ClickFunnels. The community and overall all posts that members share here show that ClickFunnels' promise to make people rich is not bullshit. And this makes people trust Russell, his software, and everything that ClickFunnels means even more. After analyzing the most important acquisition channels of ClickFunnels, let's dive into the tools funnel. The first thing to mention while signing up for the free 14-day trial is that you are forced to leave your credit card. When you're asked for a credit card, it's mainly for a few reasons. Barrier to entry. As a company, you want to put a barrier to entry to your service. You only want to let the people in who are really interested in using your products. Let's say the niche. So by asking for the credit card, you kind of push them to commit to testing and understanding how your product works. Asking the credit card reduces the friction between you and your customers, meaning that after the 14 days of trial, ClickFunnels will automatically charge its customers. In this way, they make sure that there's no extra step needed to purchase. Push people to commit. When you add your credit card, you'll feel a little commitment, even if the product is for free. And this pushes people to commit to watching the videos, doing the onboarding, and making the most out of the trial period. It also increased conversion rate. Asking for a credit card while you sign up allows companies to get a better conversion rate between people who start a free trial and people who actually sign up for a paid subscription. And that's because in most cases, people will not remove their credit card and will be charged directly, automatically by ClickFunnels when the 14 days are over. What's also pretty funny to see is that price is between $97 per month and $297 per month. So the last number of the price ends with 7. And 7 is a pricing strategy for courses. Back in the 70s or 80s, a marketer called Ted Nicholas suggested that prices ending with the number 7 do better than ending with other digits. This means that theoretically speaking, you'd sell more at 9.97 than at 9.99. There's also the idea that 7 is a common lucky number for people as it shows perfection. Some think that there are 7 days in a week, 7 wonders of the world, and there is reason why 7 is so special in slot. And I guess that overall, the number looks less threatening. Once we're in, the onboarding starts with Russell's training video on how you can use funnels and how to create the most appropriate funnel for your business. What's interesting is that these videos are strategically placed right at the beginning of the trial, and there's no way to skip them. Why? Because they want to reduce the churn rate. The biggest pain in the SaaS industry is that people don't get to use your product, and by definition, people don't want to stick until the end to watch a video or a tutorial. So ClickFunnels did another smart move by offering something in exchange for watching the onboarding video. For some people, this might look a bit too pushy, but to be honest, it's super smart to force people to get how to use the software the right way right from the start. In this way, they knew that people will get the value from all the content and understand how to use the product better. And at the end, after watching the onboarding videos, they could receive a personalized t-shirt. What's brilliant with the t-shirt, apart from reminding them about the brand and the community, is all the word of mouth it can generate. The t-shirt has other brand elements as the manifesto, boosts ClickFunnels awareness, but it also gives to people a sense of membership, of belonging, which in the long run creates passionate supporters and loyal customers that will end up even getting tattoos of the company's logo. Another strategical move that sparked my attention was that a few minutes after I registered for the 14-day trial period, I received the onboarding email that included a direct link to book a demo to have my custom domain set up and get through the most essential step to start using the software. What ClickFunnels realized is that the people who set up their custom domain have lower risk of churning than people who don't set up their custom domain. That's the reason they invest time in having someone ready to help customers, because they know that once people have the technical setup done, they will stick. If you're not familiar with the term, a custom domain means people having their brand name for the website instead of the ClickFunnels.com domain. What's really interesting is that for a software with a low customer acquisition cost like ClickFunnels, you wouldn't normally expect such a level of support and having people ready to help you right after you sign up. But the fact that they focus on customers since their onboarding, they prove how much they mean to them. ClickFunnels have a very strong top funnel, and they know that all their customers are people who love their brand and who have big chances to stick with them over time. So that's why they are spending 60% of the total staff costs on customer support. Their way of pushing customers to get the most out of the product can be seen as a bit aggressive, but in the end, this strategy has helped them to get from a 10% churn rate to 4% after 4 months. But let's say that you don't want to use ClickFunnels, nor to be part of their community. How exactly do you cancel your account? ClickFunnels has a strategic cancellation process full of tricks meant to mislead the users, and let me explain to you why. First, the cancel button is yellow. In general, yellow has a positive connotation, and it's most of the time used rather for sign up or confirmation button. It doesn't catch the eye as much as I would say. What's pretty interesting is that once on the cancellation page, no call to action sends to a real cancellation page. For example, never mind, take me back to my account. If I click on this button, then I'll be sent back to my account. So I bet lots of people forget about the idea of canceling their plan because they couldn't find the right cancellation button. And that's exactly what ClickFunnels wanted to achieve with this kind of like dark pattern, to make users do things that they did not mean. Once you find the right button, there's another upsell offer that pops in. So once again, they used another dark pattern to catch your attention and make you forget about your initial intention of canceling your subscription. Personally, until now, I find the cancellation process a bit annoying, and I totally understand why for some people, all steps could be quite pushy. But once again, ClickFunnels focusing on keeping you on their platform, so they use all weapons to not let you go. Finally, the last step of this long process is the feedback. And that is something I always recommend to include in your cancellation process. Always ask people's feedback before they go, so you'll know what to improve. With that being said, this is the impressive story of how ClickFunnels grew to $137 million in annual recurring revenue without raising funds, but only by relying on the power of their community and their creative marketing moves. To sum up this successful bootstrap story, here are the 5 main key takeaways. When planning to create your business, focus on building an engaging community right from the start. I would say even before launching your product or service, because people from your community will be the first one to want to test your product, provide feedback, buy it, and tell other people about you, which in the end is the best marketing that you can get. Second thing is make something different. ClickFunnels is a real example of how a SaaS company became a leader in storytelling. They even copied the infopreneurs website codes for their website and create a huge worldwide hysteria with their dream car contest. All these different things that they did and that make them famous and loved by their community has nothing to do with the typical image that we have of a SaaS company. And in the end, that's what made them so successful. Third thing is to educate your customers as soon as possible. Make sure that they have all the resources to understand how to use and get the most out of your product. As I told you before, the biggest pain in SaaS is that people don't get to use a product or service and hence they churn. So make sure you provide all the resources to help them understand how to get the most of your product. The fourth thing is to invest in your customer success. This means investing heavily in customer support to get your customers ready to use your product. Remember that your customer success is your success in the end. If they are happy with your product and get the result they want from it, they will stick to you, which translates into more monthly recurring revenue for your business. And the last thing, always check within your product to understand what makes people stick and double down on this. If you like this video and want to learn more secrets from successful bootstrap companies, don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Vous voulez venir sur la fin, Lucie Lerox? Genre à côté de moi?
Allez, on y va.
Allez, voilà, venez prendre votre moment de gloire. Vous avez vu par des centaines de millions de personnes. In this bootstrap series, my team and I will uncover growth strategies that generate millions of dollars in revenue and lots of other tips that you can apply for your business. Talk soon and take care. Bye-bye.